find a way to win a game. Got to give Oklahoma a lot of credit. First half, no first downs. Physically outmatched us in the first half. Second half, we had to find ways to get answers to find a way to win. We put ourselves in position. All three losses that we've had, we've been in position to win ball games. The LSU game, Texas Tech game, where we've been within 3 points with less than 5 minutes to go. So you got to learn how to finish. And that goes for defense too. We've always made that one play where we didn't stop them.
Can you talk about this, the way that y'all were able to come back, like I said, after the slow start, but y'all were able to get your offense going, especially in the second half and fourth quarter?
Well, we're still not showing enough patience at the quarterback position, but we've got to help him on the last 3rd and 4, where we had a punt before they came down and scored a touchdown. Wide receiver runs the wrong route. The guy's wide open. If he stops and runs the route that he's called, he throws to where he's supposed to be, and he runs a slant. He's supposed to do a stop route. So I mean, it's we've gotta quit trying to do too much doing it. We gotta protect. We gotta keep battling. Everybody that you play against, that's a good Oklahoma football team, and we put ourselves in a position to be able to win. So it's.
Coach, you talked about how you guys wanted to get off to a better start, and this was no first downs in the first half. What can you put your finger on?
Yeah, Oklahoma's good on defense, and you can't again. It's one of those situations. If you try to play at 3rd and 8, you're not. People can pin their ears back. You're not going to be very good. We got to play better on first down. We got to play better on first down, and it's just like the long throw to Deontay Gray. He used to come back and get the ball, and it didn't just hit the ground. It's not always going to be perfect. Okay, so it's you got to go make plays. They did in certain situations. So but like I told them in the locker room, the key is you got to finish. This is not a sprint. We got to get ourselves back to 3-3 next week. You got KU coming into town, and then you got Oklahoma State and Texas, and somewhere you got to make somebody miss serve. You got to win at home, and then you got to go. And our goal is it's always been first is to get to 6 wins and get to a bowl game, and it's going to be a battle all the way. So I mean it's not what we wanted, but a lot different game than probably a lot of people thought it was going to be.
Did you give a lot of thought to onside kick after your last?
Well, we worked on it. We work on some of those all the time. So it's one of those things where I decided it was going to be either on their 40 or on the 25 because we were probably going to kick it out. So I was going to give up 15 yards. And so we had been working on it. We'd seen the spacing between their front line and where they put their back people because they had them on the 25 and then the 48. We thought if we could get the ball to hit the ground, maybe we'd have a chance. He put the ball inside actually farther than what I wanted. I wanted it more closer to the numbers, where they couldn't touch it. So you got a couple lucky bounces and guys fought for the ball and we got it. And you had to change the game. You had to make something different happen, and fortunately for us, it worked.
Coach, before you guys got your first field goal, you went for it on 4th down, but then you had another 4th down and you decided to.
Well, yeah, it was 3rd and 9 on the 9. I mean, when it's on the 18,
there's more space.
There's more space. It's not as there wasn't. You get on the 9, then you got to go get points. I mean, it just 4th and 9 on the 9-yard line is just not a very smart move unless you're in dire straits. We needed to get on the board.
After your final touchdown, did you give much thought to the onside kick?
Yeah, we talked about it. We had 2 timeouts left. We thought with the amount of time it had, we could get enough. If we held them where we held, we could hold them where we get a punt, get the ball in the 45, have a chance to go kick a field goal. Jaden's probably somewhere around a 55-yarder. The one time we punted, it was at 59 yards. That's what it was going to be. So we didn't feel like we could kick that field goal. But it's we had that conversation.
It looked like on that final drive that all you had the ball that you were in position, just couldn't make the tackle.
Yeah, we missed 4 tackles. We even went back to last year. Their first 3rd and 1, they had not run their big set. We actually prepared for it on Thursday because I really felt just listening they were going to try something different. And they came out and that's what they ran, and we didn't move our linebackers over like we were supposed to. I mean, it's at some point in time you got to be able to execute the game plan, and we're getting closer every week. Defensively, in the first half, I was really proud of them. Simple reason you play that many minutes, almost 30 minutes, and
how much burden is that on your defense when
the
offense is 3 and out?
You got to hold them 1 less, score 1 more. That's what you do. That's what we've done here forever, and there is no blame game. If anybody's gonna get blamed, it's gonna be me. Go ahead.
Can you just talk about the play at Vester and how he was able to looked like he had a pretty strong night throughout the contest.
Who's that?
Bester. Yeah.
Brett.
Oh, Brett?
Brett, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, you know, he's a guy that we count on, that we can single him, and he'll play one-on-one. I played him off one time, and they threw the corner out, which was my fault. He was just doing what I told him to do. But yeah, I mean, he's one of those guys that, you know, we always put him on the best guy that everybody has. Last year, we put him on Kenny still, so I mean, that's just what we do.
But I mean, you're attributing the slow first half start not necessarily to the game plan, but rather what Oklahoma's defense.
Well, number one, they were good, and us, I mean, it's like the 3rd and 2 before the half, and we fumbled the football. I mean, at some point in time, you got to create luck. You can't. I mean, it's you can't sit here. We got to execute. It's plain and simple. You can't go down and score as many points as we did in an 8-minute period and not do anything the other 52. I mean, we got to come out. It's like I told them, we got to start practice faster. Okay. Then we got to start games faster. That's why we do some good on good at the beginning of practice. But they've got to start believing they can be in the ball game. I mean, like I told them, I said, you can't. You want to go get a good job, and you're not going to find that good job locked in your house with the lights off, with the doors locked. You got to go outside and get in your car and go interview, go do things you need to do. I mean, it's plain and simple.
So does your offense get down on itself?
Well, no, I don't know about that. I'm not one of those where you start playing the blame game. You guys do that. I'm sure my mentions will have 150 of them. How I'm supposed to fire somebody or do something. The bottom line to it is we're going to play to win, and I'll worry about all that other stuff at the end of the season when we find out how many wins and losses we had.
Gerald Lathan got his first start.
Yeah,
Played
Matt
pretty good.
Anderson wasn't ready to play
Physically or?
physically. He hadn't practiced most of the week. We thought he was going to play, and then walk in warm-ups. He just wasn't ready. So
Is he sick?
Mike, no, just tweaked the lower body.
Overall, were you pretty happy with the pass rush tonight?
I don't know. I haven't looked at, but yeah, I think overall, again, the biggest thing is we just needed to. I mean, I think the quarterback was the leading rusher at halftime with 54 yards, and most of us scrambled. You can't let the quarterback run. It's plain and simple. You can't let the quarterback run. I mean, it's just the name of the game. One of the more demoralizing things you can ever do is have them in 3rd and long and let the quarterback get a first down on a scramble. To me.
From where you watched, what did it look like happen on their 76-yard line?
I already know what happened. The Mike linebacker didn't play the cutback on a blitz that we've run since 2-a-days. It's plain and simple. His job was to play the cutback, and he ran over the top, and the cutback, it only got talked about in walkthrough today. Final one before we got on the bus to come over. Play the cutback on that blitz. It's a run blitz. Play the cutback.
Got 2 more questions, guys.
That's all right. Go ahead.
Slanina continues to play well. I mean, is he becoming one of your best
Yeah,
players?
we got to keep going. He should have been the guy running vertical. Like I said, one of the things we got to do is we got to keep throwing balls to guys that are going to make plays. You got to throw. You got to put guys in positions where the guys will make plays. He made a great catch across the middle. He made a catch on the sideline. I mean, it's a true freshman. I'm glad he's here.
Was the offensive line outplayed tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I can't tell you that till I watched it. I mean, the game ended up 20-17. Wasn't that the final score?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'd say you have 2 of the better defenses in the league. And it's really funny. Last year we got all these high scores and nobody plays any defense and everybody's excited, but they blast the defenses. So I was listening to Coach Stoops earlier in the week, and now we're playing good defenses 20-17 and everybody's terrible. I mean, it's like, the job is to win by 1 point. That's what our job is. Every year, the years are going to be different. So but I wouldn't know we're outmatched because we were able to come back down in the second half and go play. We conditioned so we can play like we do. In every ball game of the 3 losses, we were the ones strong at the end. We got to find a way to make a play on offense, and you got to find a way to make a play on defense. Without pointing any fingers, it doesn't make any difference. Everybody's got to do their job. It's simple.
Did you have a similar halftime talk with the offense again tonight?
No, you mean compared to last week?
Yeah, compared to-
No. No, actually, that was more to the point. Key was, we didn't play very well, it was 13-0, or 13, whatever it was. We didn't play very at all, and it was only 13-0. Guy was saying, well, you don't even have a first down yet, but my point is, we played all happen, it was only 13-0. So the key is, all we had to do is make something happen, we get a field goal, and then you get an onside kick and get a touchdown, and all of a sudden,
So you don't think if the offense moves a little bit better, maybe it's
oh
7
yeah, if
7
we would have
nothing.
scored 56 points, Stephen, we would have probably
No,
won.
I mean,
Okay, we would have won.
putting the pressure on the defense that much.
Well, we've been doing this forever. You've been here for 16 years, we've been doing this forever. I don't mind the pressure. Okay, we gotta find a way to get better on offense. There'll be years down the road that we're gonna score more points and we're not gonna be stopping them, and then we gotta score one more point. But yeah, I mean, if we scored 35, we'd won. But I'll promise you, there won't be very many people that are gonna score 35 on Oklahoma, from what I watched out there tonight. Because their corners are really good, both sides. They have a pass rush, they're very athletic, and they can run around and do things. And so we got work to do. But everybody down the road is gonna be the same way, but my point is, you know, when it's all said and done, that's how program, we've never done that, never fell apart. We don't play the name game. We've never played the blame game. At the end of the year, you gotta evaluate what you gotta get if you gotta change. In 2004, we were the worst pass defense in college football, and every offense had bypassed Gary Patterson's defense. Well, we haven't changed much. We added playing a 2-deep shell and zone blitzing, and we're a lot better now. I mean, we'll tweak, we'll do the things we need to do, and it'll help if we get guys, to be honest with you, it'll help if we'll get guys that go make plays a little bit more. And that, I'm talking about across the board. Yeah, will it help if we have calls in certain situations help us? Yeah, it'll help us. But I mean, we tried 3 trick plays tonight. I mean, we had the guy wide open on the side pass to Brandon, and then he just didn't have time to get off. But there's 2 guys wide open down the field. So they're not spending 18 hours a day just feeling sorry for themselves. I mean, we're trying to go win ball games. But you came to Norman, Oklahoma. And you got beat 20-17. We don't have moral victories anymore. But to say that you didn't have a first down in the first half, and you had a chance to win a ball game, I'd have to say doesn't have a silver lining. But I also don't think that you take everybody out on a firing squad either. So we got to find a way to get better. To me, there's a tremendous upside. Because if we do start clicking, we do start doing some things we need to do, then we got a chance to win a lot of football games, and we'll keep playing defense like we are. We need to score more points, get off to a faster start, and keep doing well on special teams. If we do that, then we'll be a football team that will cause a lot of problems in the next 7 weeks. And our goal is you got to get to a bowl game first. Then after 6 wins, then you find out what you do from there. Okay? And try to get yourself where you're knocking up people up and people knock each other out, but you got a chance to win a conference title. Because I've been watching the league, and I'll be honest with you, it's wide open. Besides the way Baylor's been scoring points on everybody, I'd say it's wide open. You better come ready to play.
You guys good?